we're looking at some kind of a filled in shape here, and we're asked to give the area of the shaded region in terms of the number of boxes or the number of square centimeters. Well, there's an easy way to do this if you've got the time, which is to just count up the squares. And the only time that's going to get difficult is when you're in these annoying little edge regions, like over here and over here and over here. So you can try to estimate how much those little fraction things are, but it gets annoying and you might be a little bit off. And you'll see in these answers, there's not a whole lot of margin for error. So what I want to do is show you a better way to do this, and it's going to be using the formula for calculating the area of a triangle, which is 1/2 base times height. Most people remember this from middle school, but for every triangle, you need to just say to yourself, what's the base, what's the height? Well, that's not too hard. You just look at one straight edge versus the other. So like if I wanted to look at a triangle right here, yep, this one right here, I would say, okay, let's just call that the base and let's call this the height. And they're each 4, so I multiply them together, take 1/2 of it, and that's the area. So what that'll do is you can actually figure out you could calculate this area, calculate this area, this area, and then add it to this area, add it to this area, and then add it to this area. And that's a good start, but we've still got some sections left. You'd need to then add it to this section over here, and then this section over here. So the only problem with this approach is it does take a little bit of time. So I want to show you how to do this slightly quicker. And it's all about speed in one of these tests. So what I'm going to do is imagine that there's a box. And watch what I'm drawing here. I'm looking at the box that sort of completes this picture and saying, do I know the area of the big box? And then can I subtract the area of these little triangles? Well, that's not too hard. 3 and 4 are those sides. 4 and 4. Oh, a lot of 4s in here. Okay, so the area of these 3 triangles that I've drawn are the following. 1/2 times 3 times 4. Okay, that's going to be 6. The next one is 1/2 times 4 times 4. Pen here, losing my pen here. That's going to be 1/2 times 4. That's going to be 1/2 times 4 times 4, which is 8. And the next one is 1/2 times 4 times 4, 4 times 4, which is 8. Okay, so the total of those 3 triangles that I drew is about 22. And what's the area of the big box? Well, I'm going to draw this in, I don't know, I'll pick a different color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's 12 on the bottom and 8 on the side. So 12 times 8 is 72. And I'm going to say 72 minus 22 equals, 12 times 8 is not 72, is it? Oh boy, 12 times 8. Yeah, that's great senior moment right there. Okay, 12 times 8 happens to be 96. So 96 minus 22 gives 74 as our answer. Now, does it actually matter which way you calculate the area? Not really. You can do a big rectangle and subtract off some triangles, or you can add up triangles within it and then add up more space like I did the first time. Either way is fine, but I would recommend, whichever way you choose, stick to this formula whenever you have triangular